All right, everybody, welcome back. I know it's been a while. I've been busy around here, not really working on this car too much. I've been it kind of hasn't really changed at all. I've just been driving it as a daily, loving it. Tires are almost gone. Been doing too many burnouts and hits. These Nittos are about seeing their life. But no, this thing's been running pretty good. A little update on the Phytech. It still sucks, but it works, so I'm still using it. I had to change the tune. The tune I got from Just Tune is not working anymore. It no longer stays running when I'm stopped. Like when I'm sitting there idling, it doesn't run. It just kept dying. So I ended up reloading the stock tune back in it. All Just Tune got was like an extra 10 horsepower anyways. He got me over the 400 mark to the rear wheels. So 400 to the rear wheels with his tune. It was like 396 before he got to it. So he really didn't do too much. So Phytech at least got pretty close. But yeah, last time I went out with this thing, I ended up rolling around with some heavy hitters that night, and they were extremely fast. I went really fast in this car. I'm pretty sure I was over 130, and it was pretty scary with seat belts and these rinky-dink Summit seats in here, and no airbags. You know, I mean, all I could think was, what would happen if I were to wreck? You know, going that fast, I'd be dead for sure. You know, this car would not save you. So, with that being said, I went out and picked up another G-body. If anybody knows what this is a 78 Cutlass Supreme. I went and picked this thing up in Illinois, out by St. Louis. What's up, Link? Enjoying the shade. It was a turbo car. It is now an NA 5.3 with a sloppy stage 2 cam in it. This one, if you can see it already, has a roll cage in it. And I mean, she ain't the prettiest, but she got a solid column, roll cage. It's been completely gutted. These gauges here, they don't work. Neither does the speedo. So I didn't have oil pressure or temp. The shifter's half broken, like it half works. The doors are completely gutted. Like there's no rebar no more. It's all gone. They cut that out. You know, drilled the holes for the spot welds and pulled them 80-pound rebars out of there. But I mean, she's set up. She's a good setup. I drove this home from Illinois, so I mean, it was an experience with no gauges. I kind of I want to say I barely made it, but we made it pretty good. But when I got there, the dude put this quick flow blow-through carb on it, and it's got a full Aeromotive fuel system, carbureted fuel system. It's got a big old pump and a nice regulator. They were running turbo out the side off of 5.3. The dude said he blew it up, so they put this 5.3 in its place, and I think they swapped the cam from the turbo motor to this. They said it was a sloppy stage 2. But they put stainless headers on this thing. I think they're F-body headers because they're hitting the frame. They had to beat on them a little bit. And if they are G-body headers, it's because they put these dumbass dirty dingo mounts in there and welded them in like a bunch of fucking idiots. So I'll have to go and fix that. But she's not too bad. I mean, aside from paint, it's not the best. It looks good from a distance, you know, and it's got a fucking hole in the roof here, so it needs some help. It needs rescuing. But she looks pretty good. I'll give it to her. Not a bad little car. A good starter car. You know, it's got a big old Aeromotive pump on it. Nice 8-gallon fuel cell, and it's got a 4.9-inch with some rinky-dink control arms that were made for it. Homemade control arms. I do plan on replacing all that shit. The shocks are bad. There's the 4-wheel disc you can see. I got the rear disc. There's a catch to that though. I mean, this thing needs help. This thing needs help, and I'm gonna give it to her. I already got a mass amount of parts already. I got a parts bench started. We're gonna do a whole bunch of stuff to this thing, but I bought the car as a running and driving car, and it's got a clean title. which is good. It has a roll cage, which is also good. It's got a Ford 9-inch in the back with rear disc brakes. That's good as well. It's already got a fuel system for it to run a turbo, which is in the future very soon. Very soon. I'm going to try this blow-through setup and see how it goes. I plan on putting a little eBay GT45 on it. We'll see what happens. Just dip my toes in the sand a little bit before I go with like a Holly system or something. You know, I do plan on going Terminator and full-blown fuel injection on this thing. It's just a matter of time. But I bought this thing because going over 130 in the Buick with no roll cage and no safety harnesses or nothing was just not safe, man. I mean, this one actually has a harness on it. You probably can't really see it. You can see it dangling in there a little bit. It actually has a 4-point harness on it, so, and a cage. So this one will be a lot safer to go higher speeds in. But I bought this thing because it's basically set up. It's ready to go racing if I wanted to. It's got a built turbo 350. It's got the fucking $1,000 fuel system on it, if not more, with the pump and regulator cell and dash 10 line with the carburetor. All that stuff together has got to be over $1,000 because that carb alone is like $800 when I was looking it up. They're not cheap. And then you got the $700 intake with the MSD box to go carbureted. I mean, there was a lot of money here, you know, $700 stainless headers, you know, and then you got the Ford 9-inch in the disc, you know, and the roll cage and a clean title. I mean, that's basically why I got it. It's because it's a clean title and it has a roll cage. You know, I wanted to be able to drive it on the street still. But that's where we're going with it, man. We're gonna make this thing kind of a fast car. We're gonna have some fun with it. And since I-70 Motorsports Park is coming into town here pretty soon, they're building that racetrack out there. I'm gonna take both of these things. I plan on taking the wife and the kids and probably my brother. We're gonna go out there, we're gonna race these two cars and possibly the SS. We're thinking, what the hell, why not? You know, have some fun with all the cars. But so far, don't worry about anything from this white box over. This is all house stuff right here that we're doing on our house. We're getting ready to renovate a bunch of stuff. But this is my parts bench right now so far. So we have a UMI notch kit, because I plan on putting some 15x10s with those big old slicks on them on that Cutlass. We have all of our marker lights and bezels to hold the marker lights in, because I want to make this thing street legal, so I'm pretty sure you have to have your lights. We got locks, trunk locks and door locks set. We got a dash carpet to cover up that nasty looking dash. We got braided steel lines. We got the rear line here from Summit. We got the two front lines in this box, also from Summit. And then I have a disc proportioning valve that I got off of, I think it was Amazon or something. But I ordered this for the Buick, not knowing I was going to buy this Cutlass, because I was going to put rear disc on the Buick and then put this on there. I was just buying pieces slowly. So this I already had. And when I brought the Cutlass home, realized that the rear brakes didn't work right because it still has the stock cast iron disc drum proportioning valve. I figured, what the hell, I'm just going to put this on the Cutlass. So it's sitting in the pile here. I got some UMI lift bars, well-done lift bar setup. Basically, it's relocation brackets to move the control arm up and down to try and make them parallel with the ground, I guess. We'll see how that goes. But that will be here pretty soon. I'll do a video on that as well. We got all 4-inch shocks, and then mirrors. I do have mirrors, because there's no mirrors on this damn car. They didn't have any mirrors on it. No rear view, no side view, nothing. So I ordered these off of, I think it was eBay. It was like 25 bucks. And they look pretty close to the original style of mirror. So I figured, what the hell, for 25 bucks, they're plastic. They don't weigh hardly anything. So it can't hurt to put mirrors on there. But that's where she's at now. I haven't really started working on it yet because I wanted to make an update video on it and show everybody my new toy. She needs a little help, but I plan on giving it to her. I'm going to give this thing the full treatment like I did with the Buick. I plan on, we're going to redo the whole rear suspension. We're going to redo all that stuff, all that rinky-dink, redneck, fucking hillbilly shit. We're going to fix the brakes. We're going to put a new prop valve in it. I'm going to put a line lock in it and redo all the lines, because just to get rid of the old shit, I want to make sure everything's new, you know. I'm probably gonna put wheels and tires on it. Like I said, I want to get some new wheels for them slicks. And then I plan on doing the interior as well. I want to do gauges again. I found gauge sets on eBay that are fairly cheap. Not a big fan of their tax on eBay, but I mean, when they're cheap, you can't really complain. But I'm probably gonna redo this whole dash like I did on Buick, and take out everything basically from the clear plastic all the way. So basically from here all the way to here, take all that out and redo all that. I might redo the face over there in front for the switches and stuff like I did. And then redo that panel. I plan on putting the switch panel here. Probably like one of them race switch panels with like 6 switches on it so we can put everything on there, because that's fuel pump and fans right now. In the glove box is all their wiring and relay bullshit. I mean, it looks like a damn mess. Here, I'll open it up, see if we can... There it is. Yes, this is their mess they left me. But there's good pieces here. I mean, it's not too bad. At least they kind of knew what they were doing, but they didn't heat shrink any of their connections or nothing. But I do plan on using this stuff, you know, like a fuse junction block. This is like a distribution block, you know, and then these relays. I'll reuse a lot of this stuff, but I'm probably gonna gut the wiring out of this thing and take all the wiring out. The battery's in the trunk, but it's not even mounted. You know, I mean, it was kind of thrown together. You know, I probably spent too much on this thing, but for what it is, I mean, it's really not bad. I mean, it's got a fucking roll cage in it, and the roll cage the welds ain't the prettiest, but they'll hold. I mean, you can't say they won't, you know. And at least they put riveted little panels around the body, you know. And they even tried to seal it, but since the body bushings are gone, it ripped the damn seals out, and it's just open. But I mean, it'll hold. It's not these nasty booger looking welds, but they'll hold. I mean, they don't have to look pretty to work well. So, but yeah, this is my 78, my other 78 in all its glory, which is not any at all right now. I plan on redoing a lot of stuff on this thing, but I'm probably gonna take this whole interior out, pull the carpet, pull these junk fucking Cavalier seats out, put a Kirky in there, if not 2. And we'll get her going. It won't take long. You know, I did the last one in about a year. I did the Buick in about a year last year. It was probably about 8 months total is what I spent on it, like once I started. But I mean, it took about a year, so I say about a year for this one, and this one will be the same, if not better than the Buick as far as like the handling and the launching and all that stuff goes. This is gonna be our race car, our street legal race car. But we got some plans for it. It's gonna take a journey, and I will bring everybody with me. I will record as much as I can and try and get back into the groove of doing videos again. I've just been lazy, you know. Ever since I finished the Buick, basically, I've been out racing with it and stuff. I haven't been filming, so I've just been focused more on racing and getting that thing up to par to race. So now it's going to be this one, and this one's already can go to the track if I wanted. I could already race with it, but it's slow, and it's faster than my SS Trailblazer, but it is still slow. So we're going to work on it. So I mean, it's got a lot of stuff coming. I got parts on the way still, along with what's over on the table, you know. So I mean, the parts aren't stopping. They're still coming in. It's just slowly, and I'm going to slowly start working on it here pretty soon. But until then, I hope everybody enjoys. I know some people out there are gonna hate, but I don't care. I like my purchase. It drove nice. It's got a built turbo 350 behind that 5.3, so I shouldn't have to touch the trans anytime soon. But even if I do, I'll redo it too. But I'm gonna try and show you guys the whole makeover of this 78, my second 78. We'll see what we can do. But until then, I'll catch y'all on the flip side.